God bless you. Good afternoon. My name is Pastor Chimize John. I want to share something with you, something awesome, something that will help you to understand, the nature of God and what God is capable of doing. Now, the Bible said in the book of First Corinthians chapter 2, verse number 9, it said, "But as it is written, eyes had not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God have prepared for them that love him." Ephesians chapter 3, verse number 20. Ephesians chapter 3, verse number 20. Just be patient with me, you are going to be blessed. Going to be blessed. Chapter 3, verse number 20 said, "Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us." Now, Bible said that God is capable of doing things that is beyond our thinking. He is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. Now, the first place we already said that eyes have not seen, that ears have not heard, that it has not entered into the heart of man what God has prepared for them that love him. Now, it simply means that whatever that man can imagine, there is nothing that you can imagine as a living man that God cannot do. There is nothing you can imagine. So if you can imagine it as a man, then God is capable of doing it. Because what is expected of God to do for man is more than what the man can imagine. So that your dream, that your purpose, that your goals that you have been able to imagine, you have written down, you must be able to know that trusting in God for the actualization of them or realization of them is the best thing that you can do. So there is always a time to know that your imagination can be limited as a man, but the possibilities of God, the things God can do, cannot be limited. So trying to say that some things are not possible because you can't fathom it or you can't imagine it is limiting the person of God. The person of God is limitless. God is unapproachable. God is limitless. There is nothing that he can do. Whatever God can do does not exist. You need to allow this mentality to sink in you. You need to allow it to be part of your life. That all things are possible. Even if you cannot be able to think about it or figure out how it will happen. That is the best. That is the best thing that you can do. The best thing you can do is to allow God to come in at that moment. That you can't figure it out doesn't mean that God cannot do it. There is nothing that is impossible for God to do. He is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. We ask from thinking. So you see, that is why you must not depend only on what you can imagine, what you can see. Sometimes you don't need to go beyond and know that God is capable of doing anything. Amen. So anywhere you are watching from, just know that that environment doesn't have the capacity to limit your life. If God is with you, if God is part of your life, then there is nothing that is impossible for God to do. That's why if you can see that door open, then God can open the door. If you can see that miracle happen, then God can do it. If you can see that testimony, then God can make it to happen. If you can see that business start, then God can make it happen. All you need to do is to put your trust in God, 100%. And if God can do it, then there is no other way it can be done. God bless you. Shalom. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just try and subscribe. Shalom.